Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video because we are getting ready for work, but I don't have to wear my uniform today, so we are diving into some fun new releases. I am really excited because I have the Natasha Denona Bloom palette, a couple other items I picked up, and we are going to just dive in, play around, and see what it's all about. Now you guys, before we jump in, if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, hit the bell for notifications of new videos. If you like this video, make sure to hit a big thumbs up. But if you want to see how I got this look using some new products from Natasha Denona, Christian Dior, and a few others, just keep watching. Okay, you guys, I am diving into some of the new makeup that has arrived. A few of the last boxes that Luke sent. I didn't do an unboxing for it because there's only a couple boxes and I haven't been sending stuff here because I'm getting ready to leave. So I figured I would just dive into the things that he sent to me that had originally been sent to the house in Norfolk. And one of those things is the new Natasha Denona Bloom palette. The packaging is breathtaking. I was watching her Insta reels and she was showing how she was trying to come up with the packaging for this, and she was doing like watercolors. Gorgeous. It was so beautiful. And then looking at this color story, very pink and neutral. I love that you got some of the like burnt orange tones in here. I'm looking forward to using this for spring, especially because I gravitate towards the lighter pink shades recently. I've been doing that for work, and then now I've got some duochrome looking shades in here that I'm excited to try out. I'm excited to swatch this, see what they look like, figure out a way forward. I've seen some of her little tutorials. I loved getting inspiration from her feed. So there's definitely some fun things that I could do. But of course, I always like to see what they look like myself and then see what I can come up with. So let me go ahead, swatch these, and then we'll dive in. Okay, you guys, swatches are really pretty. There's a really pretty shade Brick. It's not a shade that I normally gravitate to, but looking at it swatched on my skin, it's kind of an orangey red shade. I really like that. I do like that there's a brown tone in here, which is Bark, so I could use it for work. As much as this palette makes like the name and the color story, I'm thinking pinks and whatnot, but Ren and Robin are probably the closest to pink. Everything else is a peachy, orangey undertone. And then Equinox, that shade. Last one, last line, last row, absolutely breathtaking. I love how it's got the pinky tones and then the smattering of blue, finely milled glitter. And then even the shade Crisp has kind of like the goldish yellow undertones, very glittery and shimmery. I do like Lush. It's more gold than champagne. Not necessarily a shade that I gravitate towards. I do more champagne than gold. But I really like this. The undertones are beautiful. And then even Floor, which is kind of a champagne. It's not necessarily a shimmer, more of like a shiny satin. And Rue, along with Ember, the two deepest, darkest shimmer shades. Really pretty, finely milled glitter. Rue has more of like a pinky shift, whereas Ember has more of the fiery orange and red, if that makes sense. I think I have an idea of what I want to do looking at a couple of the shades. I'm going to go prime my eyes, clean off the swatches, and we'll dive in. Okay, I have a way forward. First, I'm going to dive into the shade Robin. This one I'm going to pick up on my fluffy crease brush and place it in the crease in the outer V. I do like it because with the fluffy crease brush, it just gives a wash of color. So I could use this every day for work. Really pretty. And it kind of has peachy undertones, vice a true pink, which I like. I feel like that's a good start. We can always come back and build it up. Now into the shade Clover. So I do have to go into work today, but it's Sunday, so I don't have to wear my uniform. So I can play with a little bit more fun color story than I usually get to. All right here in the outer V, I'm just gonna place it there with my fluffy crease brush before I deepen it up. All right, switching over to my compacted smudge brush so we can deepen this up a little bit. I do like this because it literally looks like watercolor on the eyes if you decide to just use a fluffy crease brush for everything. I'm just pushing it forward a little bit, but not like building it up too much, just blending that edge. Because when I use the shade that I want to use, the Shimmer Equinox, I feel like this edge, it's not going to cover it up, it's not going to blur it out. So just feathering it a little bit so that I have some color behind it when I go and place that shade. And now into the shade Equinox. I'm literally just using these bottom 3 shades. Ooh, really pretty. Kind of looks wet on the finger. I really like that. Gonna pick up with my silicone spatula, just ever so slightly, so we can finesse the inner corner. Just smooth it out and make sure everything has a little bit of what you want. Ooh. I dipped back in for a second swipe and it makes it look like water. Nice and juicy and wet. Okay, you guys, we need to finish out the under eye, and then I have additional new products that I'm gonna try out with you guys. I'm excited for them. I'm gonna dive back into Robin. This one's gonna be on my little tiny compacted smudge brush and just the entire length. I'm gonna take my fluffy crease brush and also put some back into the crease just to deepen it up a little bit now that I've gotten to see like how it's gonna look. Just right here on the outer edge. I do like this, how the gradient between the shade Robin and Clover, and diving back into Clover. Tiny compacted smudge brush to start out with, just to place, and then we'll switch over. Alright, and switching to my larger compacted smudge brush, just for the outer edge. Just packing it on to make sure we're good. Alright. Just making sure the outer corner looks the same as the other one. Okay, so I've already done my contour, but I have a new bronzer. This one's from Christian Dior. It is the Dior Forever Nude Bronzer. The packaging on this is interesting. It's got kind of like a cushiony top to this, but it looks like brown leather. I got mine in the shade 5 Intense. And looking at this, I was like, that's not that intense. I'm okay with that. I'm interested to see. I was looking at the shades. I went back and forth a couple times. They released matte, and then they also released like a glow. I was like, I don't know that I want, like, I've never gravitated towards like a glowy bronzer. I have a couple. I don't reach for them a lot, but I don't get rid of them because I like having the option. So it's like, okay, well, we'll stick with this. You guys, my bronzer brush. One of our travels, it was in my makeup bag, and when I got back to my room, I realized I broke it. I have yet to replace it because I was like, I have a whole drawer at home. It still works. Don't judge me right now. Like, it still does, it does the job. All right, so I'm only doing one side so we can just kind of see a difference. So it just kind of gives like a sun kiss, and I'm just patting it into place before I blend it into my hairline and then bring it forward. Just a nice sun kiss. I could probably build this up more if I wanted to, but it does give some dimension. All right, and then the jawline. Just making sure I hit all the spots. Okay. Nothing too crazy, not too intense. I don't hate it. I'm also not trying to go in like super heavy with it to the point that like it looks like I got a really bad sunburn. All right, for cheeks, I have the Natasha Denona High Blush Flirty. I got mine in the shade Flirty Flush. So this has it looks like cream to powder, and then there's like a topper that goes on it. Let's see. Okay, so I think those are gonna be a lot of fun. Well, we'll start with the cream formula before we go into the powder. And I've used these before in the past. I did already powder because like I did my concealer, I had my cream contour. These will go on top of powder beautifully. So I'm just going into the cream first. And I'm ever so slightly building this up. It's easy to add, it's harder to take away. It's a really pretty, like, it's building beautifully. Just a beautiful flush. I mean, that is a name, right? Flirty Flush. Really pretty. All right, now I'm gonna dive into this side, which is the powder. It just makes it really glowy. Really pretty, really like this. And then I have the Christian Dior Forever Glow Luminizer. I picked mine up in pink halo. Also has the like cushiony leathery fabric, but that's what that looks like. Let's see, let's swatch. Ooh, very icy and pinky. I'm intrigued. I really like this. I do have a couple of the Dior Luminizers that I've picked up over time, and I was looking, I was like, they're all really like champagne. I don't have any of the pink ones. So I figured I would pick up pink halo when I saw this one. All right, so in the inner corner. I feel like it's subtle enough that I could still use this for work, not necessarily like just on the weekends type of thing. I'm not going to say this is like beaming, because there are definitely some highlighters I have in my collection that are way more intense. But I feel like this is one that's like a natural glow and what would be good for like every day. Also, it seems a little buildable, but it's not anything that's like super over the top intense. Like if you're looking for intense, that's not this. But it's still pretty. I think it's really pretty on top of this blush. Alright, let me go do brows, liner, mascara. I'll be back because I do have something for the lips. Okay, you guys, so makeup is almost done. I just need to do my lips. And Queen Musia sent me their, where are these? Their Supercharged Tinted Hydrabalm. So they sent me 3 shades that they let me choose. I do like the packaging. Look at this. They're so cute. And it's like the soft velvet touch. It kind of reminds me of like those little twisted marshmallows. It's adorable. But they let me choose 3 different shades. There's like 6 or 8 different shades. This one is Nostalgic, which is kind of a like, kind of looks like it has pinky brown undertones. But I liked it because it was a nude shade. Okay. Kind of like nude with pinky tones. At least that's what I'm getting from it. Then there is 2005. This one kind of looks like it's like pinkish, like a strawberry pink. Let's see. Okay. Pretty. I'm like, ooh, because I'm thinking I might do like a lip liner and then put the tinted balm on top. With everything that's like going on with my makeup, I don't think I want like an intense matte lip right now. And then this one is Vaudevine, and it's kind of like a wine shade. Ooh, okay. I really like this one. Definitely what I'm gravitating towards. I do want to find my lip a little bit though. So we need a little. And I don't think I'm going to use like a wine shade. I think I'm going to stick with kind of a neutral tone. Actually, let's see. Let's go with Whirl. It's kind of like a pinky brown. Okay, I'm gonna go line my lips off camera because it's not that easy. I'll be back. Okay, so I only line my lips to just kind of define them a little bit more, and also because this is fairly close to like my natural lip color. But when I do my makeup, sometimes I like to have a lip liner to kind of help things stay in place. When you're talking about like a balm, a gloss, sometimes they'll feather on my lips. It just depends. But we're gonna dive in. I'm excited to try this. It looks very juicy and hydrating. Oh, it feels really nice on the lips. Very pretty, very juicy looking, and just like a nice hint of color to like deepen it up. It's nothing too crazy, nothing too intense. They do have a variety of different shades. Check them out if you want to. I have picked up they've sent me a couple of their things in the past. These I will probably keep with me. I think I can use these a lot, especially for work, like the Nostalgic, which is the nude shade. That would be a good like everyday for me. So I'm intrigued to see like how hydrated my lips stay throughout the day. I have noticed as we're like transitioning from cold to warm, even when it's a little bit warm outside, my lips are still a little like dehydrated. They're not as hydrated as they should be, even with drinking all the water that I can possibly take in. So I'm always looking for a hydrating, plumping type of lip gloss or a balm. And I feel like even though these aren't plumping, which not always required, I feel like I can get some good use out of this. I'm excited to see how long it lasts. I mean, it is a balm. It's not going to dry down. It's not meant to stay all day. But I'm just wondering how long it's going to last before I have to reapply. But I'll keep you guys updated. I'll try and remember to add it into the drop down. One more for good measure. Really easy to apply too. But you guys, that is it for this. You're gonna have to let me know. Have you tried out the Natasha Denona Bloom palette? The color story really is quite beautiful. I'm excited to try out some more shades. I kept it fairly like toned down today. I didn't deepen anything up. I didn't use any of the dark shades. There are some really pretty tones in here, and I'm intrigued to try out this burnt orange and see what else I can come up with. Color story is gorgeous. I love Natasha Denona shadows. Her palettes are absolutely breathtaking. I love the formulations. I love the shimmers. I love the chromes that she puts in there. Just one of my favorite staple shadow brands. There's plenty that are out there, but I do like the quality of her shadows. This was, I want to say it was like $65. Go and check it out. I know the Sephora sale is coming up soon, so if you're wanting to get it for a discount, I know that that's always an option too. And then the Dior, what is it? Dior Forever Nude Bronzer. I like it. It's not too intense. The Luminizer, it's not one of those super intensive highlighters, but if you're wanting something for like every day or whatnot, and you have been drawn to try out some of the Dior products, this might be one of those. I do have the one that I got like during the holidays. This was the Dior Forever Couture Luminizer in Lumiere. This one is absolutely gorgeous. I wear it quite often. This is where I would be like, okay, I will wear this nonstop. I wear it to work all the time. I do like their luminizers. This one's just not as intense. So try them out, go in store, swipe it, see what it looks like. But you can get some very intense payoff for highlighters from Christian Dior. But then there's also the great option of drugstore. There's some great ones that you can get at a much more affordable price. So do your research. Make sure that what you're getting is what you want. I try these out so you don't have to. And, you know, have a more in-depth review than just trying it out in the store. I do like how my blush turned out. There's a couple different shades in this that I was looking at picking up. I have not picked up anything else except for this one, only because they are a little bit more on the pricey side. I want to say this is in like the $40 range. I'll have to look. But when I was looking at it, I was like, oh, I don't need all of those. Especially when I have just been sweeping up the Huda Beauty blush filters. I have the entire line now. For me, I love those because I can do like a little blush cocktail. However, I do like the glowy effect you get with the Natasha Denona blushes, and some of the face palettes that I've gotten have had those combinations in them. So I was just very picky and selective with the shade that I picked up. But you guys, you're gonna have to let me know, what are your thoughts? Are you picking any of these items up? Do you already have them in your collection? Have you been using them and loving them? Put it in the comments. Let's have that conversation. You guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications of new videos. And if you like this video, make sure to hit a big thumbs up. Until my next video, you guys, bye. I'll see you in the next one.